What's up, Mr. Travis Pavlik, talking about blockchain. What the fuck else? Alright, so a couple different points here. One is, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, do you really think that all these other cryptocurrencies, blockchain, hash flare, whatever the fuck they're called, decentralized, centralized, whatever, do you think they're all going to zero? I mean, really? Do you think that they all serve no economic value in the marketplace? Like, what is the end goal? Oh, I just care about Bitcoin and fuck everything else. But you're missing out on, that's great if you're just into Ask Jeeves. If you're just into, that's a bad one. I'm a Bitcoin believer as well. I understand the glory of the first. I understand how amazing it is, how truly decentralized it can be. And Bitcoin back in the day was better than it is today. Now it's slow, there's transaction fees, etc. I get it. However, a lot of these, I don't even know if they're called cryptocurrencies. They're blockchain projects, most of them. Proof of stake, proof of work, proof of proof. We got some major problems here. You need to rethink your thesis, because these other projects do have value, and that is important to both diversifying your portfolio and capturing real value, real tangible value. I've moved a little bit from calling everything cryptocurrency to now they're not cryptocurrencies. Cryptography based currencies, it's not even currency, it's a technology play. It's a new form of technology where there's not exactly the centralized company that has to do all the work itself, that there's a community around it that builds on top of this blockchain. So that's one thing that I've changed, and that's my Bitcoin maximalist. Now, secondarily, looking into, you want to segment these coins as best you can. And from the way I'm looking at it, there's kind of Ethereum, and then there's Neo, which is the old, it used to be called Ant shares. So much like it rebranded itself, much like Dash, it used to be called Darkcoin. And this is the Ethereum of China, as it's branded. And then we have EOS, which is like the next level of Ethereum. Now, people are chasing the new tech or whatever, but unless there's something really fundamental, core wrong with the code, something that you can't I obviously have watched Vitalik speak about how they're handling all these big issues, and you have to kind of think that these people have billions on the line. They're not just going to be like, oh well, new one came along, better give up. So it's interesting to know, like, yeah, you're excited about the new thing, but like the new thing could just be, giving all of its new tech, its new implementation to Ethereum. Ethereum can just take it and run with it. For the most part, there's some differences. Obviously, Ethereum has its Solidity. That's the programming language that they created. So I'm sure there's limitations. There's less people that want to access that. It's all about getting the developers there to build your next thing. Because there's going to be some major projects. And Ethereum right now, it's mainly just being used for other ICOs to launch. So it's incredibly valuable. That could be the killer app of Ethereum. I've heard that before. It's not new. Again, a lot of this stuff I went on today. I went through a kind of deep research. Today I felt like doing that. Just trying to wait and buy the dip, which, by the way, It's 1 January 17th, 2018. I'm just recording this on my phone, mainly because I'm lazy. I don't feel like uploading. But I bought a whole bunch of different cryptocurrencies. We get this huge crash. People start messaging. I'm not doing this a lot. Definitely doing that a lot. We get a big crash. Everyone starts messaging me. Travis, do you know that Bitcoin is crashing? Do you know everything's crashing? I'm like, oh, really? Like, no, I didn't know. Yeah, I know. And I'd been sitting most of it out. I was talking with a friend. I was like really depressed because I didn't see any value in these charts. Last week on Friday, I went through and I bought a little bit too much. I got a little bit too much. Dash was the biggest one. Everything else was okay. I got 4 or 5 others. Kind of nibbling, getting back into trading for 2018 because, hey, this is how I'm paying the bills. And I got a little too aggressive with the Dash. Dash at 1,500. I saw it at 1,000. I said, oh, it's going back up to 1,500 pretty soon. A little too aggressive there. He went down to like 6 something, and it's slowly recovering, but I was able to buy the dip in a substantial way in the Bitcoin and some others, Quantum, and when they all crash like that, they're all pretty much correlated, and you go across the line, you might pick out the ones that you think are the best. Neo was the one where it bounced back the quickest, the hardest, and I looked at it and I said, oh, they have a conference coming up. Isn't that interesting? So the pump before the conference is the play. They get all excited, all the marketing gurus come out and get everyone all pumped up about the platform. And mainly it's an information issue. There's the development, the speed is going so fast in this industry that investors, traders, speculators, they just want to hear and see the people. They haven't made off with their tokens, their money, their Bitcoin, whatever it is, and that they're actually going to build something. Isn't that nice? There's no exit scam here. So, but if you can just look, as soon as you get an hourly candle in the zone where, okay, I'm trying to describe this as best I can. I'm looking at across every single major crypto, doing that again, and I'm seeing what is a good pattern, which ones are the ones that were leading Ethereum, held to the 10 EMA. I was thinking that would be the point, and it was. Bitcoin was about the 21 SMA on the weekly in an overall ABC, or it's like ABC. So we might have one more low in Bitcoin, but I went through and bought it. I have a little bit more firepower behind me. I transferred some to a very leveraged exchange, which shall remain nameless, which I'm testing out this year as well. So that is it for Mr. Travis Pavlik, a little crypto rant. I'd like to do these more often, but unfortunately I'm kind of a perfectionist and the edits take too long, so I'm just going to do it like this, unedited, raw, in your face. Got a little whiteboard back there that I could use too. So that is it. Peace.